Hi guys, this is Craig Rivers from Rivers and Outdoors. Today's video we're going to talk about our windmills and mostly that and what we're doing to kind of get ready for prepping around the ranch. Kind of a survival thing. You just never know with the way things are going. So come along with us, check out the windmills, and I'll explain a little bit of it as I go along. So in today's times, with the way things are going with our environment, with the weather, ongoing drought, water issues, power issues, we decided to kind of go around and get our windmills tuned up, cleaned up, get them going. The thing is when you're in a rural situation like we are, you need electricity to run your well. You can't always depend on electricity. So we just, the backup for the backup is, either hand dug wells, springs, windmills. Trouble is with springs and real severe droughts, they go dry. So if you have a little bit of a deeper well with a windmill, you can still slowly pull up water and accumulate some water for, emergency situations. Can't live on a full-blown situation with a windmill in these days. I mean, I suppose you could have, people did in the old days, but it's pretty hard to do. However, it'll give you enough water to survive until things get better. So anyway, I got a bunch of filming I did of the windmills, and I explain things as we go along. So let's check it out. This is the windmill in my yard. I'm gonna get it going. It's functional, but it works, but we're probably gonna be needing it. This windmill is in my son's yard, and he just recently got it going. Now this one goes way up there, and this rod that's right in the middle that goes down into the PVC, I don't know if you guys can see that, is what's called the sucker rod. And then it goes down to the bottom of the well, and there's a thing in there that looks like a bicycle pump, and that's how it works. The motor drives the rod up and down and pumps the bicycle pump, and the water comes to the top of the PVC and then flows out of that T over into a tube over there. So my son recently got this one going and put a piece of PVC down in it. He actually made a PVC pump and stuck it down in there, and it works really well. So what he did is he ran this tube or this pipe around up in the rafters just to keep it elevated, and then took it around the backside of the building. We'll go around and look at the tank. So this is the tank. It's not a lot of water, but it's enough to do some watering and whatnot. And if SHTF hits, it would definitely be enough water to survive. Now the water is good and clean, but you can see there it's a little bit green, and that's because the tank is light colored and the sun's hitting it, and it's causing it to turn green a little bit. However, there's, it's good clean groundwater, so you could actually filter that and drink it without too much trouble. I have a tank on my well, and we drink the water. This is the one that my son pulled out of his windmill. And I think he's going to rebuild it. But as you can see, it looks just like a big brass bicycle pump. And it's basically how it works. And there's a rod down in the center, just like a bicycle pump. Goes up and down as the windmill spins, pumps the water up till it flows out of that T up there that I showed you. Now, this pump here looks like one that somebody had made, and it's just made out of pipe, but it probably would work. So that's the pumps. That's what the pumps look like. Okay. This is the windmill we put up yesterday. This is a good old windmill. It's functional. It's not hooked up to anything. We just use it for display down by the gate. And yeah, it's definitely a good old windmill.
that rod was actually probably better. Too long, but a little bit long, longer than it is right now.
Is there any way you can go past it?
Yeah, I'd look out and do that. Let me work on it. It's got slack on it, Dad.
You see it now? You go straight back with the tractor.
It's almost through. It's got to go. I got slack on my swing.
There will be the comments for those cookies.
You're not moving it, are you? Swing the machine out, Dad.
So basically what we're doing is we're going around the ranch, getting everything ready for SHTF and or for whatever. You just don't know what we have, what's next. We don't know what we're going to get hit with next. I mean, we've had a lot of things going on with COVID, the Ukrainian war, droughts, you know, severe climate change, people that are uneasy, a lot of stuff going on. So that's kind of why we're getting prepared. Just want to make things a little better, a little more survivable around the ranch. So it's something we got to do. And what we're doing is kind of going back to the old ways, the old school ways that like the pioneers and people back in the day did to survive. Because of course they didn't have power and they didn't have water piped in from the city, didn't have oil, didn't have cars, didn't have anything. And you know, we kind of already know about all that stuff because we're an older family, been around for a long time. But we're kind of revisiting that and relearning it so that we'll be prepared for whatever we get hit with next. So I would suggest the same thing. If you live in a rural area, get your spring boxes cleaned out, get whatever you got going happening so you can use it if you need it. If you live in town, find out where your nearest resources are that you can tap into if you have to. Find other water sources. You know, maybe there's a water main somewhere that you can, if things get really bad, you can figure out how to get water out of it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but we all need to be prepared. So hang in there, and I probably will see you in the next video. So this is Craig Rivers with Rivers End Outdoors. Bye now.